I'm Trevor, the CEO of the same foundation. The donation we received from Interbet helped us in procuring vital life-saving medical equipment and PPE for Tygerberg and Groote hospitals in the Western Cape. This was while the Western Cape was the epicenter of the pandemic. If you would like to get in touch or assist us in these projects, you can get hold of us on our website, which is www.samefoundation.org.za, Facebook and Instagram or LinkedIn.
Race 4 on the card, it's a follow in the box seat podcast, Fillies and Mares 67 handicap, and it's set to be run over the 1900 meter trip. This race will go off at 14:10, which is 10 past 2, and it's the first leg of Jackpot 1. I quite like a horse in this race, and that horse is Isla Marada. Now this horse has come down in the ratings from a mark of 78. She's on a mark of 59. She finally cracks a draw with Muzieni aboard. Her last two starts, she's had excuses. Last time out, she travelled 3 wide and didn't find extra in the straight when she was beaten by Evening Primrose. And then in a penultimate run, the field was stretched out on that occasion, where Q for You went clear off the opposition and the rest were left chasing. She was far off her ground. She was 11.6 lengths off at the 800, 10.3 at the 400, and she was running on powerfully. She was the fastest to finish in that lineup. She finally cracks a draw, as I mentioned, and I think that Isla Marada is going to get her third career victory in this lineup. Muzieni has ridden her 4 times for 2/3 and 1/4, and I just feel Isla Marada, she could be the value in this lineup, and she is my top choice. Other runners in this race is the 3 Chelsea Flower, the 4 Hearts Ease, 5 Console Queen, and the recent maiden winner, which is 9 Blazing Astute. Now, Blazing Astute, Warren, I want to get your opinion on her, because the handicapper hasn't played any games with her. He's given her 12 points for that easy victory where she did beat your filly Park and Fly. But what do you make of Blazing Astute's chances here?
To be very frank with you, 12 points. It's a lot of points. She beat Park and Fly. Park and Fly has run once or twice since then and still hasn't won. So I'm worried, to be quite frank with you. I'm on the fence with her. First run out the maidens. I'm not going to say I don't like her and she can't win, because of course every horse is in the race and they can be liked and they certainly can win. So I'm on the fence with her, Raheel. I don't know what to expect, to be quite frank. She trotted up. She beat Park and Fly. As I say, Park and Fly hasn't featured yet. And first time out the maidens, I want to see what she does, what she's capable of. I know that she will, have no problem with the distance. She probably wants to go even further. There have been 8 runners, 2 winners out of that form line. So I'm not going to include her. I'm on the fence with her. I'll give you more of an opinion after I've seen her perform on Wednesday.
Between Chelsea Flower and Heartsease, which one of those would be your top choice in this lineup?
No doubt, number 3, Chelsea Flower, the Flower Alley filly for Carl Hewitson and the Rower family, and the Hewitson and the Matthieson families. Neatly drawn, lightly raced. Was raced from off the pace last time, Chelsea Flower. Wasn't a bad effort, just under 5 lengths to rise. Had to ease at a crucial stage up the straight. So for me, I believe that Chelsea Flower is way better than a 76. Lightly raced, more scope for improvement. She's a Flower Alley filly, and she is my first choice in the race. But while it is difficult, it is a difficult race. But I'm in the camp of Chelsea Flower, and I'm on the fence with Blazing Astute.
Just touching on Heartsease, now she's been in some consistent form of late. She's neatly drawn in gate 4 with Keegan DeMello in the saddle. 2 tries over the course in distance for 2 seconds. I feel she could have the edge over Chelsea Flower, and she is my second choice in this lineup. And Keegan DeMello and Dean Cannemare, they are getting home the winners of late, so Heartsease has to be respected in this lineup. Warren, what do you make of the 5 Console Queen's chances in this lineup, with Rachel Vinegar taking the 1.5 off her back?
She is been tried 3 times on the poly for 2 places, so she clearly likes the surface. She comes from the yard of Tony Nassif, a horseman of the highest order. Handful of horses, he gets them to perform, and when he raids Tony, he normally raids with quite a lot of success. So high felt runner, you've got to respect Console Queen. I wouldn't be taking the rent money and putting it on her, but I certainly have respected her, and I certainly will be including her in just about all my bets. Horse number 5, Console Queen. But a difficult little race here. It's not the biggest field. It's a 67 handicap, and yeah, not an easy race to assess.
Well, Warren and myself are in opposite camps in this race. He's firmly in the camp of the 3, Chelsea Flower, whereas I'm in the camp of the 2, Isla Morado. Yes, I know it has been 920 days since she recorded her last win, but with the rating drop, neatly drawn in gate 2 with Muzieni aboard, I just feel this could be the perfect race for her.